Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Warvillius alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Ed Beard McCoy, live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Here with Raider basketball coming your way here this evening for Homecoming 2019 as the 15-0 Delta Eagles take on your 9-4 Wapahani Raiders. Glad to have all you with us here from Raider Gymnasium this evening in Summit, Indiana, as we get right into things here with our Raiders Live pregame presented by the Liberty Perry Alumni Association, proud sponsor of us here on the WHS Network. Wapahani, as I just mentioned, they're 9-4 here on the season. Their last time out, which was last Friday night, we was at Randolph Southern. Things did not go very well for us there in that game. So we're actually on a 2-game losing streak right now. In part because of the Randolph Southern game, and then a week before that we played these Delta Eagles in the first round of the Delaware County basketball tournament, in which the Eagles took down your Raiders 66-53. But much closer game than what the final score shown by far. It was right around a 4 to 5 point game, majority or nearly entirety of that ball game, except for the last about 4.5 minutes within regulation. So Wapahani's just got to come back tonight. Again, you know, you've had a week off. Have a little bit of renewed vigor here. Bring some energy to the table. Obviously, it's going to be a tough task here tonight. At least you are playing on your home floor, so that's nice being able to play in front of nearly a sellout crowd here from Raider Gymnasium. But, you know, you want to get back at these guys a little bit here. I'm not necessarily sure that that's on their mind. I'm sure probably the only thing that's really on their mind is just, you know, this is another game that we got to go out here, take care of business, and a game that you can win. It's not necessarily so much about getting redemption or anything like that. It's just about going out here. It's another opportunity, hopefully, to get better and to put a nice game together and hopefully get a W over a team that has yet to lose this season. Now, give credit where credit's due. Delta has played very, very good this year. Got to give a ton of credit to them and the coaching staff. They've played very well. They've meshed well together. They have a group of guys that's played with each other for quite a few years, so that obviously helps. You know, so it's one of those things that, from Wapahani's standpoint, they got to come out here now. They kind of know what to expect here from Delta. You know, obviously, you know, you get the star shooter there and score there with Josh Bryan, but they have quite a few other guys that can wreak havoc offensively. Tyler Wilburn really killed us down the stretch in that first round game there in the county tournament. Down the stretch, he had some big time shots. Going along there with him, you have Josh Greenberg. That's a nice 3-point shooter. So those three guys, and Bryan, Wilburn, and Greenberg, can shoot the ball with success from beyond the arc. Wapahani's got to make sure and get out on the perimeter shooters. Then you got to worry about the big man on the inside, 6'5" Brady Hunt, which I'm sure we'll see Braxton Davis, potentially Caleb Smith, little Easton Heffernan on him here this evening. Again, we've just got to stand our ground, play solid defense. Hopefully we're well prepared and hit the, you know, more or less put the nose to the grindstone. And come out here and perform in front of your home crowd. Bring some excitement, some energy to the table. Obviously, we got to get the offense going early and often. I think that's one thing that we've really lacked for whatever reason at times throughout this season. We just haven't been able to get off to a good start. We've got behind early in some games, and you can't afford to do that. But along with getting off to a good start, we've got to play a full 32 minutes of basketball here. And then if it goes even further than that, then we've got to continue to play even harder. But that's one thing we haven't also seen, a full 32 minutes of basketball. We've worked hard, there's no doubt about that. But it's, you know, a little bit more than just working hard. We've got to put points on the board. We have to get stops defensively, contest shots, create turnovers, rebound the basketball, hit our free throws. Basically, you got to do every facet of the game correctly here. And sure, you're going to mess up? Absolutely you will. But hopefully those mess-ups aren't major. You can correct them, and hopefully you're outshine your opponent on game night. So we'll see what happens here tonight, but I know we're excited to get things going. I know the fans are excited on both sides, the players, the coaching staff, and this is some good old-fashioned Indiana high school basketball at its finest here tonight from Raider Gymnasium. So again, this has been our Raiders Live pregame presented by the Liberty Parade Alumni Association. We'll step aside here for a break, and we got tonight's national anthem and then starting lineups and tip-off coming your way live here on the WHS Network.
And join juniors Haley Morbilius and Cameron Curry for the singing of our national. And freshman Kate Heffernan, the trio.
Alrighty, basketball fans, welcome back here live on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Let's get this party started up in here from Raider Gymnasium. Take a look here at the non-starters first for the Delta Eagles. Number 1, Sam Cox. Number 4, Wesley Wooden. Number 13, Dallin Case. Number 21, Connor Bedwell. 23, Spencer St. John. Number 33, Nate Sutherland. Number 40, Grady Foreman. Now for the starters, number 3, Zach Garner. Number 5, Josh Bryan. Number 10, Tyler Wilbur. Number 20, Josh Greenberg. And number 32, Brady Hunt. And the Eagles are coached by Mr. Mark Detweiler. All righty, fans, so the lights are off, the spotlights are on. So now let's take a look at the non-starters for your Wapahani Raiders. Start off here with number 2, Safani Buck. Number 4, Justin Ray. Number 15, Garrett Stanley. Number 24, Blake Castor. Number 32, Easton Heffernan. Number 42, Nolan Dudley. Now for the starters Starting at one guard, a 5'11" junior, number 3, Trey Spence. Starting at another guard, a 5'7" junior, number 10, Evan Roush. Starting at guard, 6' junior, number 12, Drew Luce. At 1 forward, a 6'1" senior, number 20, Caleb Smith. And the other forward, a 6'4" junior, number 22, Braxton Davis. Again, the Raiders are coached by Matt Luce, assisted by Chris Willis, Bennett Somerset, Jeff Andrews, and Andy Zigrath. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's tonight's starting lineups. We'll be back with tonight's tip-off right after this break. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's tip-off. You have Braxton Davis for Wapahani. Brady Hunt here for Delta to tip things off here from Raider Gymnasium inside a packed house out here this evening for Homecoming 2019. This game will get underway with the Eagles starting off with the first possession of the night. So Brian on over here to Hunt. Now to Wilburn near the top of the key. Looking for Hunter on the backup. Brian for 3. Off the mark there, and Roush will corral the rebound. First one of the night here and slow things up and set up for their first offensive possession of the night. Spence takes it inside. Trying to find Luce there on the, potentially the back cut there. Luce takes it inside. Loses the handle on it. Goes up with a shot for 2 and will knock it down. And the Raiders will draw first buckets here tonight with a 2-0 lead. Garner will dribble it back up top here, guarded by Roush. Now on to Brian. Wilburn takes it inside. Layup will be up, no good. Smith corrals his first rebound of the night, and back come the Raiders the other way. Spence takes it in. No good on the shot. Looked to have been blocked as Wilburn will march it down floor. Greenberg in the corner for 3. No good. Luce corrals the rebound. And a early foul called here on number 5, Josh Bryan. That'll be his first, team's first. So Trey will walk it up the floor with Wapahani up 2-0 at the 6.5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Smith to Rouse, three-pointer up and no good. We're going to have a foul underneath. Looked to have been called here on the Raiders. On number 22, Braxton Davis. That'll be his first, team's first. Brian here on the right side, back up top to Wilburn. Now Greenberg on the left wing. Screen set. Wilburn thought about it, takes it inside. And a foul. I thought the foul was before the shot, but they're going to count the basket. So the foul is on number 12, Drew Luce, his first, team second, and knocks down the free throw as Wilburn to give the Eagles a 3-2 lead. So again, these two teams just met not even 2 weeks ago over at Delta High School in the first round of the county tournament, as that's going to be out of bounds off of Wapahani. So the first turnover of the night there. But again, a very close ball game, but the Eagles came away with a victory there. And so now you come back out here, and you obviously know a little something what they're still going to do. I'm sure both teams are going to change it up a little bit, but not a whole lot, as Greenberg will knock down the 3. Can't leave him open. One of the best three-point shooters on this Eagles basketball team. Davis up top, handing things off there to Luce. Now back over to Spence on the left side. Hand off to Smith. Aggressively taking it to the basket. No good on the shot, falling off balance. And a near turnover. Bryan somehow gets it. Dumps it down low. Garner for 2. And a foul called. Nice take there by Luce. And they're going to call an offensive foul. So Drew will now pick up his second foul. That is big time right there. So now it's 2 fouls here on Luce, team's third. Hunt back over here to Wilburn on the top. Bryan for 3. No good on the shot, tip back out. Again, that's where we got to get blockouts. The only way they're going to get a rebound then is if they climb over our backs. Hunt now for 2, gets the runner to go. And now a timeout will be taken by the Raiders. So this will be their first charged timeout of the evening. We'll stick right here with you during the timeout. And again, this will be our University Avenue Dental game break. I'd like to thank University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Greg, along with the rest of his talented dentistry crew, focus solving your unrecognized dental needs with a viable patient experience, outstanding treatment, and that cutting-edge dentistry. University Avenue Dental is located at 800 West University Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Also, a special thanks to Muncie Dragway, owned by Scott and Dawn Daniels. Muncie Dragway located along State Road 67 west of Albany, Indiana. So back to basketball. Wapahani not off to a very good start here to begin things. They've had a couple of misfortunes to begin tonight's ball game. 10-2 lead for the Eagles. Stanley creates some space outside now to Smith. Stanley takes it in. Back out to Smith. Three-pointer up and three-pointer good. Caleb Smith from downtown will inch the Raiders a little bit closer now. A 10-5 lead for the Eagles. Garner back over to Bryan here on the left wing. Stifling defense there from Trey Spence. Now Hunt for 2. Gets the friendly roll to go. So Brady Hunt gets in on the action. His first points tonight. Pardon me, actually that was his 4th point. Forgot about the one he just knocked down a moment ago. 4 points now for Hunt. Spence for 2, and he'll be fouled on the play. So the foul there on Zach Garner, his first, team's second. So first free throws of the night here for Wapahani. Trey Spence at the charity stripe here for a pair. And the first one will be up. And off front iron, no good. We'll see Easton Heffernan down to the lineup, seeing his first action this evening. He'll come in for Braxton Davis, giving him a little bit of a breather. And the second one up and good. So Trey will get his first points. We'll see Safani Buck now in here for the first time tonight for Trey Spence. I'd be willing to say Safani will more likely be guarding Josh Bryan, and indeed he will be. Probably the best defensive player the Raiders got, Safani Buck. So Bryan will get on the board there simply because of the height advantage. I will say that much. Safani can't be much more than maybe 5'8", 5'9". And a three-pointer splash in there from Evan Rauch. Now out to Hunt, and that's going to be an offensive foul on the Eagles. So the offensive foul called on Garner, now his second, team's third. And in will come number 1, Sam Cox for the Eagles. First turnover of the night now for Delta. Keep them coming. And now a reach-in foul called on Delta. It will be on number 21, Connor Bedwell, his first, team's fourth. Into the corner again, Roush again for 3, no good. Bedwell corrals the rebound there somehow. And here come the Eagles led by Greenberg. Marches it all the way down floor, and an offensive foul! The charge by Heffernan. That's a big-time pick-me-up right there. So the foul on Greenberg will be his first, team's fifth. So 2 charges and 2 possessions. Way to take one for the team there, fellas. Roush will drag it back out, now back over here to Buck. Now on to Stanley on the left side. Looks to take it in. All the way across court. Buck now dumps it down low to Heffernan. Good ball movement here. Smith creating some space. That's going to be out of bounds off of Delta. As we'll see Wilburn back in for the Eagles and Spence back in for the Raiders. So valuable minutes played there by Safani Buck. Again, the Raiders to inbound. Inbounded out here to Caleb Smith. Now on over here to Evan Roush. With 1.5 to go here in the opening quarter. Nice ball movement. Look at the finish. Stanley to Heffernan for 2. First points of the night now for Easton. Great court vision there from Stanley. Wilburn takes it inside. Now out here, there's Cox for 3. And no good. And it's going to be out of bounds off of the Raiders. Thought at first that the Eagles might have tipped it out of bounds, but not quite. Bryan back in the corner. Takes it in. Now to Cox on the right side. Wilburn up top. Bryan from deep. And he'll knock down the tray. And now a timeout will be taken. Put a few more seconds back up on the clock here. 47 seconds to play. The timeout taken here by the Eagles. As this will be their first charged timeout of the night. 5 points on the night here for Josh Bryan. And again, we'll stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, this is a homecoming 2019 live here on the WHS Network. They had the little homecoming Queen and King ceremony beforehand. Obviously, that's always neat. They'll have the homecoming floats during the halftime, so we'll have a little bit of some halftime entertainment there. But again, a sellout crowd here this evening. Obviously, this is a big game for both schools, and the fans have came out to support them both. But I'd like to say, I would hope to think we have just a few more fans than what they do. But either way, this is a great atmosphere to play in, no question about it. So it will be Raider basketball. 47 seconds to play here in the first. Garrett Stanley to lead the way down the floor. Now over to Spence. He'll take the 3, and money from downtown Trey Spence with the tray of his own. 4 points now in the night for him. And then Brady Hunt answers right back with a 2-point bucket. 6 points now for him on the night, so the Raiders will have the last possession here in the first quarter. On over to Rouse, another deep three, no good on the bank. Bryan has some time here. Finangles his way, and no good on the shot. It was after the fact, but man, he got away with a big-time offensive shove there. Alrighty, so folks, we'll go ahead and step aside here for a quick break. And we'll be back here at the start of the second quarter live here on the WHS Network. Alrighty, welcome back from the break here, folks. Again, University Avenue Dental game break here. So we enter the second quarter here from Raiders Gymnasium. Again, the Eagles lead the Raiders after 119-14. Again, we appreciate you all for joining us here this evening for some Friday night basketball here on the WHS Network. Again, it's been a little bit of a busy week here for us on the broadcast. 3 games so far this week. Smith for 2 on the shot, no good. Obviously, another busy week next week with sectional girls basketball coming up. As Bedwell will get the layup good for 2 there to extend this lead back to 7. Dangerous pass on the inside, and it's going to be out of bounds off of the Eagles. Not sure if I would have went with that design play, considering the cluster there was on the inside. Luce now for 2. Nice little toss up in the air. Great finish here by Luce. His 4th point now of the night. Again, Drew continue to be aggressive, but also play smart at the same time, playing with 2 fouls. Wilburn thought about it, now over here to Hunt. And Bryan, no good on the shot. Bounced around a couple times. Davis will collect the rebound. First rebound of the night here for Braxton. Trey back to Drew. 3-pointer up. And 3-pointer good from downtown. 21-19. Hunt now answers right back with a 3 of his own. So as soon as we have a little bit of momentum on our side, that comes to a screeching halt. Now to Stanley as he looks to drive in. Got to do some of the basketball here. Now back out to Spence. Stanley over to Smith. Back up top. Again, as soon as you get the basketball here, you got to be ready to shoot. Of course, if it's not a good shot, don't want to take it, but still got to be ready nonetheless. Stanley takes it right down the middle. You love the aggressiveness and tenacity there by Garrett Stanley. 24-21. Bedwell finds Wilburn for 2 and knocks that one down just above the free throw line. So Wilburn now with 5 points here on the night. Spencer on the right wing. Dribbles it there into the middle. Shots up. Won't get the bucket to go. Rebounded by Bedwell. All the way down court. Bryan finagles his way through there. No good. Gets his own rebound. Now back outside. Wilburn takes it in. Kisses it off the glass for 2. Spencer with a little shot fake. Shots up near the corner. No good. Davis with the rebound and the putback. Way to go up strong, big fella. First points of the night now for Davis. And that's going to be off the hand of Braxton and out of bounds. An absolute missile thrown right through the middle. As we'll see Safani Buck and Evan Roush back in here for Spence and Smith. It looked like there was a little bit of a shoving match there. Brian shoving off on Safani Buck. Not sure completely what the dispute was about there, but alrighty then. Hunt with a shot fake. Dumps back out. Wilburn looks to take it in. Finds Greenberg on the right side for three. No good. Buck corrals the rebound. His first rebound of the night. And here come the Raiders back the other way. Got 4.5 to play here in the first half. Back out here to Roush. Now Stanley finds loose. Three-pointer up. No good. Looked good, but no good. And Greenberg will get the bucket to go and one. So 5 points down the night here for Josh Greenberg. The foul will be called on number 10, Evan Roush. That will be his first, team's fourth. And Spence will re-enter the lineup here for the Raiders for number 12, Drew Lutz. So Greenberg at the line for one more to complete the three-point play. And the free throw will be up and good. Again, the Eagles only about a 72 to 73% free throw shooting team, as we'll have a timeout taken here by Wapahani. So we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, located at 400 East Jackson Street in Muncie, Indiana. At the law offices of B. Joseph Davis, which is a highly recommended and respected professional corporation. They strive to aggressively represent all their clients' interests in all phases of any legal matter. Their team has extensive experience in personal injury, as well as criminal defense, which includes drunk driving, criminal record, as well as bankruptcy expungements and hardship licenses. For more information, visit his website at www.bjosephdavis.com. Also, a special thanks to Tom Cherry Mufflers, located at 321 West 8th Street in Muncie, Indiana. Since 1946, Tom Cherry Mufflers has taken care of your exhaust, brakes, shocks, struts, and mufflers. So if you don't want the underneath of your vehicle to be looked at, make sure to stop on in there at Tom Cherry Mufflers. No appointment needed. They'll hear you coming. So back to Raider basketball. Again, Wapahani down by 8. I think that pass was tipped there, and indeed it was. So Stanley takes possession of it, takes it inside, loses the handle on it again. Now over to Davis, back to Garrett once again. Spence calling for the screen. Takes it in, now to Buck in the corner for two. No good. Davis with the rebound and the putback again. The big fella being strong on the inside and going back up there with a shot to narrow the gap again, now to 6. Wooden now over to Wilburn. He'll find Bryan. Hands up in the air there by Buck. Takes it in, and it's going to be a turnover. Third turnover now of the night. Stanley outside to Spence. Three-pointer up and running from down again. Spence strikes for his second three of the night. And the Raiders now within 3. Off the mark there. Another loose ball. Some guys getting dirty. Heck yes. Heffernan back into the Raider lineup, and we'll see Hunt back in for the Eagles. Again, the jump ball possession arrow does favor Delta. Man, you gotta love the energy. Gotta keep bringing it to the table. Great defense. Oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, no. No. That was a complete strip of the basketball. If anything, it should have been a jump ball, for heaven's sakes. Very unfortunate, but that's got to roll with it. That's what the call was. It is what it is. So Heffernan will pick up his first, team's fifth. Brian at the line for two, and the first one's up and good. So Brian coming into tonight's game, an 82% free throw shooter, so not automatic, but nearly automatic from the charity stripe. And a second one up and good as well. So 7 points now for Josh Bryan on the night, and Caleb Smith reacclimated back into the Raider lineup. Down by 5 here with 2:50 to play here in the first half. Stanley over here to Spence. Now back to Garrett once more. Trey there with a shot fake. Roush thought about it. Dribbles back over, finds Stanley. Again, no reason to rush anything. Settle for a good shot. That's the main thing. You want good shots every possession. Right now, I'd be looking to take the ball inside somehow. You got the middle wide open right there. You got to take advantage. Back out here to Trey, now to Smith here on the left wing. Outside, Roush with a deep three! Roush strikes again! In the game, now down to 2. So now a blocking foul called here on Caleb Smith, his first, team 6th. And we'll see number 21, Connor Bedwell, back in for Delta. Put a few more seconds back up on the clock here. 1:44 to go. Inbounded out here to Hunt. Look at the defense there from Heffernan. Cross-court pass. Bedwell here in the corner. Takes it inside. Dishes it back out. Wilburn there with a shot fake. Down low. And an offensive foul called again. The Raiders continuing to take one for the team. So the foul called on Tyler Wilburn, his first, team 6th. So both teams now with 6 fouls apiece. We'll see Sam Cox back in here for the Eagles. It'll be Raider basketball here with 1.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Stanley back over here to Spence. Heffernan flashing from the high, or from the low post to the high post. So right now we're just wanting to hold on to things here, and Delta not really putting much pressure on us. Man, what a great first half of basketball here overall. The energy on both sides, from the fans, from the players. Obviously, we're feeding off of that. You don't have to get us going too much. We're kind of already an exciting group with me and Redbeard anyway. But man, you start getting some great basketball like this, I am liable to blow out your computer speakers because I can get excited pretty quickly. Stanley takes it inside, out to Smith, three-pointer up, no good. Heffernan with the rebound, can't get that to go. And then they're just going to throw the ball out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So a 33-31 lead here for the Delta Eagles over your Wapahani Raiders. We'll step aside here for a break, and we got your halftime report coming up live on the WHS Network.
right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Here at the University Avenue Dental game break at the half. Again, you see the Delta Eagles lead your Wapahani Raiders 33-31 here at the half. Man, oh man, what an exciting game so far. Great first half of basketball here on both sides. Obviously bringing the energy, bringing the excitement, and obviously the basketball play has been absolutely thrilling to watch. Wapahani's continue to stay right there with them, and once we've knocked down a shot, Delta's came back, knocked down a shot. You know, it's just been that back and forth throughout the entirety of that first half there, which just makes it that much more exciting to watch. You know, just the build-up of it, you know, coming into the pregame. And so far, at least in this first half, this game has lived up to the hype, which we expected. But we just got to keep getting after it here in the second half if you're Wapahani. Just got to keep playing hard, continue to be aggressive, stay within yourself. You know, mentally is really where it's got to be at. I mean, yes, obviously it's very tiresome physically, but mentally, if you can keep yourself in the game, the better off you're going to be. Because, you know, it's sometimes, you know, when you might get frustrated in a game, you know, maybe a call doesn't go your way, or a couple shots don't start to fall for you, or whatever the case might be. You know, you're doing everything you possibly can to still be mentally stable, to go out there, maintain composure, and then hopefully great things will come. You start to build confidence. And as a team, we've just got to, you know, like I said, not shy away from things. You know, we've you know, as you've seen here in the first half, we've continued to take the ball right at them. We're not stepping away. We're not shying away from any kind of contact. You know, it's physical. That's a physical kind of game. But you kind of like games like this. You like, and it, you know, kind of builds character. But not only that, but like I said, it is exciting. And a game like this is very fun to watch and very fun to be a part of. And so we're having a great time. I hope all of you are enjoying the game as well. And we'll take a look here at some overall individual stats. First here for the Eagles, led here in the first half by Brady Hunt. Had a team-high 9 points, followed by Josh Bryan with 7. And then Tyler Wilburn and Josh Greenberg with 5 points each. And then Zach Garner and Connor Bedwell here with 2 points each for, again, a grand total of 33 first-half points here for the Delta Eagles. One thing I do want to take mention of, they had 4 turnovers here in the first half. We've done a real nice job of creating some opportunities. 3 of those possibilities have been from charges that the Raiders have taken. Not afraid to take one for the team, and which that's great. That's what you want to see. You want to see guys putting it all on the line for their teammates, for the common cause of going out there and getting the W. And we've seen that here tonight, and not only tonight, we've seen it throughout the season, but this is the winning kind of recipe you have to have. Guys putting it on the line for one another, leaving it all out there on the floor. That's what you got to have. That's what we're seeing. That's what wins ball games. So we're in it here tonight in the first half. Got to have an even better second half, and we're looking forward to it, and hopefully you are as well. We'll step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back here with the finishing touches of our halftime report here on the WHS Network.
When you need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here with the finishing comments on our University Avenue Dental game break at the half. Taking a look here at the overall stats here for Wapahani. They was led here in the first half by a pair of guys, Trey Spence and Drew Luce, both with a team-high 7 points each. Drew does have a rebound, also followed by Evan Roush with 6 points, 1 rebound. Braxton Davis, 4 points, 3 rebounds. Caleb Smith, 3 points and a rebound. Easton Heffernan, 2 points, 1 rebound. And then finally, Garrett Stanley with 2 points, no rebounds. Again, for a grand total of 31 first half points here for your Raiders. Again, we only committed 1 turnover. 1. That's the mindset we've got to continue to have in the second half. That's what's kept us in this game. Not only because of our shooting, but because we've taken care of the basketball. We need to bring that same kind of overall mindset, mentality of going out here, understanding, hey, we've got to take care of the basketball in order to give ourselves a chance here in the second half. It's a 2-point game. Let's see what happens here, folks. We'll step aside. We'll be back here with the start of the third right after this. Alrighty, folks, here we are getting ready to go here with the start of the third quarter. Wapahani and Delta out here from a packed house at Radio Gymnasium here in Selma, Indiana. Again, we appreciate all for joining us here this evening. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. As we start this second half, Wapahani, pretty good first half here overall. We're looking for some great things here in the second half. And to lead things off here is Delta will turn the ball over for the fifth time tonight. But we're looking to continue that consistency we've seen throughout the night here, bringing energy and intensity on both sides of the floor. So Stanley up top, he'll find Smith at the elbow. Now on to Luce. Good help side there by Wilburn and switching defenders. Stanley takes it in. Just thinking about dumping it back out. Finds Smith. Now on to Drew. Hand off back to Caleb. Takes it inside. Using the left hand, but shot was blocked. Now on here to Warner. And cut right through the middle. Josh Bryan for two. Spence looking to take it in, finds Luce here in the corner, guarded heavily there by Bryan. Now back to Smith, swung on over here to Stanley, takes it in. Tries to take it up there for the shot, but fouled here on the play. Nice job there by Stanley, taking the ball to the dish, forcing the hand of the defense, and that foul's going to be on Greenberg, his second, team's first of the half. So Stanley at the line here for two. First one will be up and good. Again, we only shot 2 free throws the entire first half, and those were by Trey Spence. We was 1 for 2. And a second one up and good as well. So after a lane violation by both players, there was no call made, and fine by me. All's fair. Garner takes it inside, dumps it down low to Hunt for 2. So Hunt now with 11 points. Again, a team high. Stanley again takes it in. Back out here to Luce. Pulls up for the 3, and right in the eye there of Josh Bryant. 10 points now for Drew. And looks like we're going to have a jump ball. Oh, a foul. Man, all those bodies and all the hands on the basketball there. And a foul called out of that. So the foul there on Stanley. That's his first, team's first of the half. Bryan up the free throw line. Garner back outside to Greenberg here in the corner. No good. Stanley corrals the rebound. His first one of the night. Stanley maneuvering his way on through the defense. Luce in the corner. Off the mark there. Greenberg with the rebound, and a petty foul there by Caleb Smith. That's, little things like that. You just got to be smart. He already had the rebound. Just let it be and go on down the court and play defense. But, hey, it is what it is now. Leave that to the side. Get back after it here on the defensive end. Again, a 1-point lead here for Delta. Handoff here to Hunt. Davis stays right there with him, keeping the hands out there. Defending well. Wilburn now from beyond the arc. You don't want to see him get going, that's for sure. Wilburn now with his 8th point of the night, and a timeout taken here by the Delta Eagles. And we'll take a timeout here with them. 5:15 to play, and the third will be back after this. everybody back following the timeout. Here again, Brandon Morvillius alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy here on the WHS Network. Again, the Delta Eagles lead your Wapahani Raiders 40-36 here with just a hair over 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Stanley up top here with the basketball. Davis trying to get big down low. There's a little bit of a mismatch there. Bedwell, not very tall, loose on the shot, no good. Wilburn with the rebound. So here come the Eagles back the other way. Bedwell takes it in, shots up, and somehow gets the bucket to go. He was twisted all sorts of ways. Awkward shot and all, but hey, might be awkward, but as long as it goes in, that's all that matters. Nice handoff there. Spence with the strong finish for two. 9 points now for that young man. And the Raiders back within 4. Just got to keep bringing it. Got to keep bringing it. 'Cause that's exactly what Delta's doing right now. Josh Bryan there with point number 11 now of the night. Had 7 at the half. Hand off back here to Garrett Stanley. Spreading the floor out. And Stanley doesn't put enough on it. Left it just a tad short there. Bedwell with the reverse layup. And now the timeout taken. So again, Wapahani gets a little bit of momentum going. Delta then answers right back here with a couple of baskets. Builds that lead back now to 8. With 3:37 to play here in the third. We'll stick right here with you again during the timeout. Again, it was taken by Wapahani, so they now only have 2 timeouts left. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. Liberty Prairie Alumni Association President Richard Morse. Liberty Prairie Alumni Association serves as the Wapahani Center and Selma High School alumni. Make sure to visit their online website at www.libertyprairiealumni.com to get information on any events and to purchase any Wapahani-related items on their web store. Also to purchase engraved bricks for the alumni brick walkway out here at Wapahani. You can simply fill out a form on the homepage of the alumni website. And also for any other information or any questions you may have, you can contact Richard Morris on Facebook. Real nice little ceremony they had for the 1969 class. During the half, had a little bit of a, I guess, historic or monumental little plaque with a little saying in it and things like that, again, for the class of 1969. So that was during the half. Really, they do a fabulous job. Headed up again there by the president, Richard Morris. Puts in a lot of work, has a great crew there. Marcia Hammond, and so, a couple different others. It really puts on a lot of time and a lot of hard work to make that alumni association as good as it is today. So we greatly appreciate them for everything they do, and not only that, for sponsoring us. It means a great deal to us. So Safani Buck now in the ball game. Coming in there for a brief moment in time. Also Heffernan in the ball game here, as the Raiders will turn it over. First turnover here in the second half. Second turnover for the game. So Bedwell bring it down 4. Wapahani down by 8 with 3 minutes to play. A loose ball there, and I don't know if really Heffernan even ever had possession of the ball. He went after the basketball, but I don't think nearly came down with it. Greenberg with a wide open 3. So this is what you didn't want to see happen. We had it within 1. It's 37-36, and now Delta starts going on a run like nobody's business. And out of bounds off of the Eagles. So they'll turn it right back over. We've got to slow the game down here a little bit. Things are getting a little too out of hand. Slowly pace down, set something up. Hopefully working a good shot here and put some more points up on the board. start getting a little too ahead of yourself, then bad things start to happen. The game's already stretched out to an 11-point game. Tipped up in the air, no good. Bryan will take the shot and knocks it down. So the Eagles are on the run. And again, we was right there. Yes, still some game left to go here, but you can't fall into these things to happen. So 3 consecutive turnovers. We've already turned it over 3 times as many times as we did in the first half. So little things, fellas, little things. Can't let the game get out of control. And that's what we're doing. Again, mental. You got to keep your mentality there. Stay kind of even keel about things. And now a foul called, and looks to be on Safani Buck. And indeed it will be, so that will be his first, team's third. So Braxton Davis back in here for Heffernan. Valuable minutes played there by Easton. We've got to get a defensive stop right here, right now. Outside here to Bedwell. Trying to find Brady Hunt there on the back cut. And now another foul called here on Safani. That'll be his second, team's fourth. I thought I stopped the clock there, but guess that thing just kept on running. So back up there, a near takeaway there by Stanley. Bedwell with a handoff now to Greenberg. Back to Cox. Now Hunt in the corner. Takes it inside. Now back out. Good inside-outside movement here by the Eagles. Got to give them credit there. Got to start putting a little bit more pressure on them here. See if we can create a turnover. Oh, for goodness sakes. Davis will pick up his second, team's fifth. I think we've now fouled, actually now team sixth. I don't know where that came from. But all righty then. Missed the free throw. It's hard to believe this was just a 1-point game. 37-36 Delta. Since then, they've went on a 16-2 run. Same thing happened 2 weeks ago. Now we can continue to commit turnovers. The little things we was doing so good. Now we can't do the little things correctly, and it's costing us. Hand off there to Greenberg. Now Bedwell takes the shot and knocks down the three. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We'll be back here with the fourth quarter right after this break. Stop on in at Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Payne in the 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been serving the community for over 30 years. Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. Welcome back here, folks, with the start of the fourth quarter here on the WHS Network. A 19-2 run by the Delta Eagles. And a foul called here on Wapahani. Stanley will pick up his second, team seventh. So now Delta's going to be in the bonus the rest of the entire ball game here. So it spins back in here for Davis. So the first one will be up and gets the friendly roll to go. Two-point bucket there for number 12, Drew Luce. 12 points now on the night here for him. And again, it's a 60-40 lead here with nearly 6.5 to play here in regulation. Greenberg back up top here now finds Bedwell here on the right corner. Screen set. And Bedwell there with the layup. So the foul called here on number 12, Drew Luce. That'll be his fourth, team's eighth. So Josh Bryan will be at the line, shooting two with 6:02 to play. And the first one will be up and good. Foul called here on the Eagles. Number 21, Connor Bedwell. That'll be his second, team second of the half. Still got a long way to go if we want to start shooting any free throws. Loose from beyond the arc, knocks that one down for three. So 15 now on the night here for Drew. Nice take there to the basket there by Stanley, so he'll head to the line for two. As a foul will be on number 20, Josh Greenberg, now his third. Team's third. First free throw attempt here by Stanley will be up. It will be good. 9 points, pardon me, 5 points here on the night here for Garrett Stanley. Second free throw attempt will be up. Off the front iron, no good. Timeout taken here by the Raiders. This will be their fourth charged timeout here of the ball game. 3:50 left to play. We'll step aside. We'll be back after this. Alrighty, back out of the timeout. Again, a 69-44 lead here for the Eagles. And what has been a 32-8 run by Delta. That just simply cannot happen, ever. It's, you know, they know that, so it's nothing that they don't already understand. But man, that is quite demoralizing. Got to keep fighting though. Things haven't went our way, but you got to keep trucking along. And Bryant up with the layup, good for two. Luce comes away with it and will not be able to get the bucket to go. We'll be at the line for two shots. That was the number 10, Wilburn, his second. Team's fourth. So Luce at the line for two. Nice hustle there by Heffernan, picking up the rebound, his second now of the night. Bryan into corner, three-pointer up, and knocks it down. This was a one-point game. And a 30-point lead now for the Eagles. Foul number 21, Connor Bedwell, his third. Team's fifth. So now Garrett Stanley at the line, shooting 2. And the first one will be up. And will be good. Second one will be up and good as well. Substitution here for the Raiders. Number 2, Safani Buck back in here. Cox here on the left side. Takes it in, now into the corner. Hunt for 3. Knocks that one down with ease. So Stanley right back at him there with a 3 of his own. His first 3 of the night. Now 10 points there for the Raiders senior. So the foul there on Drew Luce, his 5th. Team's 9th, so that's in the 9th there for Drew. So Caleb Smith will now come back into the ball game. And we'll see number 33, Nate Sutherland, now at the line for the 1-and-1. And the second one's up and good as well. Hand off here to Smith, and now it's going to be another turnover. Nice hustle again there by Heffernan. See Spence back in here for Wapahani, and then number 40, Grady Foreman, back in here for Delta. And now a timeout taken here by Wapahani. This will be their final charge timeout of the evening. Step aside, we'll be back with more right after this break. All righty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Here again with a little over a minute and a half to play here in tonight's ball game. So Smith will come away with the basketball right there. Now on to Spence. He looked to drive inside, shots up, no good. Smith with the rebound, can't get that one to go. turnover there. 7th turnover now of the night here for Delta. Smith from long range, and he'll knock that one down for 3. So now Caleb Smith now with 6 points, 3 rebounds on the night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have final score here this evening. The Delta Eagles take down your Wapahani Raiders, 81-52. Wapahani now falls to 9-5 here on the season, and they will be back at it next Thursday night at Cowan, as they will be taking on the Blackhawks with a JV start time of 6 o'clock. And the varsity game will follow. Actually, we are at home for that game, excuse me. That will be at home next Thursday night against Cowan. And then next Saturday, we will be at Union. So just some upcoming games. Again, you'll see us back on the air next on Tuesday night. We'll be traveling down to Sheridan High School to open up the 2019 Sectional 40 Girls Basketball Tournament, as your Wapahani Lady Raiders will be taking on the Elwood Lady Panthers. Again, that will be Tuesday night. Make sure to join us. Until then, folks, we appreciate you all for joining us here this evening on Homecoming 2019. Again, appreciate all of our sponsors, Jones Auto Body, Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC Dealership, University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS, B. Joseph Davis, Attorney at Law, Muncie Dragway, FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis, Tom Cherry Mufflers, the Barn Lot, as well as Liberty Prairie Alumni Association and Harris Chapel Church. A proud sponsor of us. Greatly appreciate them, along with Pastor Jim Ballinger and his wife Janie. So, folks, again, have a great night. We'll see you next time right here on the WHS Network.